Do the basics better. If you do these 10 things, it's almost impossible for a business not to improve, not to be elite, not to be valuable, whether seeking an exit, seeking capital, or just looking to continue to perform and produce profits. In this video, we're going to go through steps 1 through 5 with one bonus. And in the video later this week, we're going to go through steps 6 through 10 with another bonus item there. So step 1, play your game. Define what it is that you do, and not just what the strike zone is, but what the edges of that strike zone are, as Charlie Munger used to say, and don't deviate. Do one thing or a small handful of very related things exceptionally well. We'll talk later in these videos about expanding from there. However, focus on that. Play your game, define why you're excellent at it, learn to be excellent at it, and push forward. Second, all leads responded to. We mean by this from a sales perspective. We always break down businesses into sales, operations, and fulfillment. On the sales side of things, whenever there's a lead, whenever there's someone who's interested in buying your thing, your product, your service you're offering, respond to it. Even if you're responding to say, look, I don't think it's going to be a good fit here, it doesn't mean you have to spend hours of phone calls or Zoom meetings with everybody that reaches out, but respond to every single lead. Iterate. Even if it's a no thank you, your way or their way, it will help. Third, all people motivated. Now, when I say people, I mean people that are working within your company, people that are clients to you, people that are vendors. Now, we did not say all people happy. Happy is a nuanced emotion that I think is most readily perceived in children, but in a business perspective, what keeps people happy ultimately is them being motivated, is them being properly incentivized. So think of how every single person in the food chain or the ecosystem of your business is motivated, and is that what you want them to be motivated to do? And if they're motivated not to work a lot, if they're motivated not to provide you good service, if they're motivated to do as little as they can for you, then it's a you problem, not a them problem. So look at yourself, say, how am I motivating people within the company or outside of the company that we deal with, and how can we optimize that so they are motivated to do the things that we want them to do? Because at the end of the day, show me an incentive and I'll show you an outcome. And therefore, motivation is the focus, more so than just happiness or how wonderful someone's going to write about you on Glassdoor. Number 4, stick to the script. And so we said play your game in terms of knowing what you're doing, and then we say stick to the script. Don't try to be cute. Don't try to be fancy. I think it was Warren Buffett who said there's lots of games where there's no style points, and business is oftentimes one of those things. Now, obviously, there's marketing activities, there's things that can be more creative, but the meat and potatoes of your business needs to stick to the script, follow the playbook, do the things that you know work, and iterate. And number 5, make decisions. Now, that doesn't mean to block out or isolate yourself from all of the input that valuable people could be giving to you. And whether it's employees, whether it's vendors, whether it's other participants in the industry that you're with, take in all of the information that you can, but you must make the ultimate decision. Remember, the more you make decisions, the more it reinforces your ability to make decisions. The more you delegate decisions, the more you're reinforcing to yourself that you're not capable of making decisions. So delegate thought sometimes, delegate research, delegate a lot of the inputs to the decisions, but the important decisions you must make. And in time, as businesses grow, there will be the delegation of decision making for some decisions, and that's important. But you again are deciding to delegate those things, and ultimately the most important decisions still need to be with you. You still need to be the one hitting the button. Again, the longer the time period it's been since you've made a big decision, the less confident you're going to be when a big decision needs to be made. And think of it from this perspective. If every single day you're dealing with battles, whether it's on the phone, on Zoom meetings, in person, but you're working through deals, you're working through sales, you're working through issues within the company, the more you're doing it, the more everything becomes secondhand. Okay, let's deal with it this way. Okay, let's deal with it this way. The longer the time period in between the last time you've had to have one of those hard discussions, the last time you've had to make some of those difficult decisions, the more uncertain you're going to be, the more reliant you're going to be on other people versus yourself. And so make the decisions. So last note for this first video, and this is kind of the bonus to it, is be elite. And what do we mean by being elite? Be so good at what you are doing that it is undeniable that anyone else would want to use anybody else for your product, service, or offer. And the comment we're going to get is, well, doesn't that take a long time? Well, isn't that hard? And the answer is yes. It certainly is. However, it's going to be very hard to become elite, or it's going to be very hard because you are not elite, and you are just then constantly marketing, constantly throwing the nets out, constantly getting new clients that ultimately leave, that ultimately you don't get the best outcome for, that ultimately don't tell anyone else about what you do. And it's going to be very hard to live in that existence and grow through that as well. So the better option, be elite. Be the best at what you do, know your business inside and out, and if you are elite, I guarantee that your clients, customers, people in your ecosystem will tell their friends, and in addition to your outbound marketing and your actual efforts from a proactive perspective, there will be more and more goodwill, more and more word of mouth. And I don't care how much technology evolves between now and the next 1,000 years, word of mouth will still be one of the most important sources of business. So that's the thought for today. Do the basics, numbers 1 through 5, play your game, all leads are responded to, all people are motivated, nothing unscripted, make decisions, and with a bonus, be elite. Hope the week's getting off to a good start for everyone. Keep pushing forward. God bless. See everyone next time.